Hey everyone, you're with Tesla Tom. Thanks so much for joining us on Ludicrous Feed. Today I want to talk to you about the Tesla Model 3 and in particular about the range of this car. Just quickly to the reservation holders in Australia, just be aware that when you take delivery of your car, you will not have any supercharging included unless you have a referral code which will enable you 1500 kilometers worth of free supercharging. So if you like my content and like my channel, then can I ask that you use my referral code Thomas7208 up here on the board. Just put that in the configuration page when the time comes to order your car. That would mean a lot to me. Alright guys, let's talk about the fact that the Tesla Model 3 in the US currently, there are two options for battery life. There's a car that has 240 miles and there's a car with 310 miles, roughly equating to 386 kilometers and 500 kilometers respectively. There's some conjecture as to which car will arrive in Australia later this year. My bet is that it'll probably be this long-range version at 500 kilometers when Elon Musk eventually opens the configuration page when deliveries start about, winter in Australia, which is about August to September. So I reckon the long-range all-wheel drive and the performance model will come to Australia, giving you 500 kilometers worth of range. In the US, these cars are 49,500 and 59,500 respectively, meaning that it will probably be around 70,000 for this car and about 80 to 85,000 for that car. The standard plus version is 240 miles, 386 kilometers, 50 kilowatt hour battery, 39,500 US. By the way, these cars here are 75 kilowatt hours. So at 500 kilometers, that's a fairly good range. That will get you to most places along the east coast, from Brisbane all the way to Adelaide along the supercharger network. Certainly on a day-to-day basis, it won't be any issue. In fact, my Model S only has a range of 350 kilometers, making it less than this car here at the Standard Plus version. And honestly, on a day-to-day basis, some days I do quite a bit of travel. I travel across Sydney and back again, and then some more. Some days I do more than 100, 120 kilometers per day. Not an issue in a 350 kilometer range car, particularly when I don't even charge to 100% every day. So I wake up with about 280 kilometers worth of range, and I can honestly tell you, hand to heart, no range anxiety, because I know what my car can do, and there's not a day that goes by where I think, I wish I had more range, at least in the urban setting on a day-to-day basis in Sydney. On a road trip, 500 kilometers is more than enough for the supercharger network, considering that the average distance between each supercharger along the coast is about 200 kilometers. So you certainly could skip a stop if you wanted, but you're going to have to charge eventually anyway. So you're better off doing small charges along the way, having a break, having a rest, giving the passengers a chance to stretch their legs, go to the toilet, all that kind of thing. In a car like that, 386 kilometers, you're going to have to stop every 200 kilometers, which is fine. Honestly, a lot of the rest stops, a lot of the superchargers now are quite well equipped. Alright guys, well tell me what you think. Tell me if that is going to be adequate for you, 500 kilometers. I would have thought that's pretty good for most people. Certainly there are edge cases where you need more range if you're traveling a huge distance every day. In that case, 500 kilometers may not be enough, but certainly for most people, I think this is pretty adequate for day-to-day charging and day-to-day running around town doing things. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Again, don't forget to use my referral code Thomas7208 for 1500 kilometers worth of free supercharging in your Tesla Model 3 when the time comes. That would mean a lot to me. Stand by for my hashtag #RoadsterDownUnder pledge, and as always, happy charging. I do solemnly promise, should I win a Roadster 2020 in Tesla's new referral program, to list this vehicle on an electric car sharing platform to allow all Australians an opportunity to drive this magnificent car as part of a greater effort to bring the electric vehicle to this great nation. Hashtag #RoadsterDownUnder. Help me by using my referral code Thomas7208. Thanks for watching, and thanks for being part of the energy revolution. If you haven't done so already, be sure to hit subscribe to stay up to date with our latest videos. Happy charging!